So today I'm very excited to be checking out the new fragrance release from the house of Kilian Paris. I'm pumped about this one. As soon as I saw these come out online, I was so stoked and so intrigued to try them, especially this one. This one really caught my eye. Roses on Ice is another good one, which I do have and I will cover here on the channel. But this one, Angel Share by Kilian Paris, was that eye catcher for me. This one was one I was really curious about. I'm fortunate to have it here with me today to share with you guys. And just as a full disclosure, like always, this was sent to me by the brand. They were very nice. They sent me a nice care package, and I got this fragrance along with Roses on Ice. But again, this is just my opinion. This is just my review. I'm not being paid to say nice things about this one. I've been a Kilian customer before they sent me anything. I've spent a lot of money on Kilian fragrances. In fact, all within the past couple months have I really picked up a lot of them, to the point where I'm at probably about 10 of them now. So again, these were all purchased by me except for this and Roses on Ice. So this is going to be just my opinion as a Kilian customer forward, because, well, I've been a Kilian customer before they actually sent me any product. But it was really cool to receive this from them and kind of get recognition from the brand. So I'm going to go ahead and review this one. I'm going to tell you how it smells, how it performs, when you can wear it, and ultimately, if I think this one's worth picking up. I will also link it down below to their official website if you want to grab a bottle for yourself. Hit that link down there and go check them out. Let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. So when you first spray this fragrance on, what you get right in the opening is this nice, authentic cognac note. If you are familiar with Kilian fragrances, that wouldn't be no surprise for you. Obviously, Kilian himself growing up as a Hennessy, right? Hennessy cognac. A lot of his fragrances were inspired by those memories of him growing up as a kid. And one of my personal favorites from the house, even after having and trying a bunch of other ones, is Straight to Heaven, which is kind of one that probably most everyone has. If you have a Kilian fragrance, a lot of people probably start with that one. I know I did. And out of all of the ones, that one is still one of my favorite fragrances. I love it, and it's such a simplistic fragrance as well. There's not a whole lot of notes in there. They were able to create something that smells so photorealistic without putting a whole bunch of ingredients in there and kind of making it smell muddled. It is a beautiful scent. I even know Kilian himself says, it's hard to pick a favorite fragrance. It's like picking your favorite child, but there was always that one kid that goes to Harvard, and that's what he is referring to with Straight to Heaven. That's kind of his baby. It's kind of the fragrance that really went to go do big things, and it is definitely a very successful scent and one of my personal favorites. So you guys would know these kind of boozy fragrances, these boozy notes are popular with the brand. That's why I love them, and this fragrance is no exception. Opens up with that cognac, and you also get a bit of a spicy cinnamon kick. That cinnamon obviously giving it a bit of a kick, a little bit of a spice, and also this nice oak note. And the oak note is this nice, like, aged oak barrels type of smell, like you would get when you're aging certain alcohols and stuff. And it kind of reminds me a little bit of Apple Brandy by Kilian. Not like the whole fragrance itself, but just this one accord that I'm talking about here. If you look at Apple Brandy, the note breakdown on that is like oak and other woody notes and like vanilla maybe or something like that. It's not very many notes at all, and there's definitely no apple in there. But it kind of uses this aged oak barrels type of smell in Apple Brandy, and I kind of get a similar accord here with this one. And you guys will know Apple Brandy is another one of my favorites from the house. That's kind of what I would draw a comparison to a little bit with that type of an accord. Just has this nice cognac, cinnamon spice, this nice oak smell. This is a stunning fragrance. If you like boozy fragrances and you just like warm, sexy, inviting fragrances, you got to check this one out. In the base of this one, I get a little bit of vanilla and a little bit of tonka bean as well, just kind of giving it a nice, warm, powdery, and semi-sweet, sexy base. But again, for me, the main players of this one really is that cognac and that nice oak note in here, that authentic aged oak barrels type of smell. Of course, that authentic cognac note, which the house of Kilian does very, very well. Like I said, this one I knew was going to be good just by seeing the notes, seeing the bottle, and online, and actually getting the bottle in person and looking at it. Obviously, you guys know what this is supposed to represent, a nice whiskey glass here, and it does a very good job at it. I think it's very well done, very unique, definitely a really cool angle for marketing. And this gives you an idea of what this is going to smell like without you even having to look at the note breakdown or even look at the name. I think that's really cool. You can't get that from a lot of other fragrances out there. So I think this approach here was really cool and is really fitting to the fragrance and to the brand themselves. Performance is also really strong on my skin as well. Longevity about 9 hours or so, and projection is enough to fill up my personal space around me and get me noticed. So really good performance here from a niche fragrance and from the house of Kilian Paris themselves. That's what you would expect. They make strong, potent fragrances which last a long time and just have a lot of depth to them. This is also going to be a good compliment getter. I mean, this is a warm, sexy, and inviting fragrance, and I can tell you when you wear this, you're going to be smelling like no one else out there, which is always a plus and is always a really cool way to kind of get yourself noticed. Most people are wearing blue type of fragrances. You can be wearing this and be standing out. So guys, I think I'm going to start to wrap this one up. My final thoughts on Angel Share by Kilian Paris. I love it. I simply love this one. I think it's a stunner. I think it's a really well done fragrance, and it's definitely going to be working its way up the ranks in terms of my favorites as I get time to wear it and test it even more than I have already. It's a beautiful scent that you definitely need to get your hands on. So guys, that's pretty much going to do it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and again, if you want to check this one out, there will be a link down below to Kilian's official website to check it out and pick it up there. That's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you tomorrow with another one. Take care.